More Marines are moving into the hills and plains of Afghanistan as President Barack Obama orders approximately 17,000 more Marines and soldiers into the fight. Marines have been dug into this area since Operation Enduring Freedom was launched shortly after 9/11. Nearly 8 years later, the Marines have advanced on all kinds of fronts. But perhaps one of the most significant advancements is the relationships they built with the Afghan people. One very unique relationship is among the members of the Afghan National Army. These Marines are part of ETT 110. ETT stands for Embedded Training Team. Their job is to advise the Afghan National Army
Hey, First Sergeant, make sure you let the East know that we're moving.
and help them develop fundamentals for military leadership and skills for success in combat.
1-5 Alpha.
Today, we're on patrol with ETT 110 in one of the valleys of Afghania.
This is a joint operation that with the coalition force and the AMPs, and you come out from the base to visit the peoples, the elders, and make them friends with the ANA and the coalition force. And the purpose is that they're gonna kick the bad guys out of this area from the Afghanians.
This is First Lieutenant Nicholas Madrazo. He's been down this road a time or two.
This is IED spot right here. The wire went off that way.
Madrazo, a 25-year-old Marine from Bothell, Washington, admits that war used to be just a game he drafted his younger brothers to play as a kid. Now, he's a commissioned Marine Corps officer leading in the fight against the Taliban out here. He, like most of the ETT Marines, volunteered for this duty. He's actually stationed with Combat Logistics Regiment 37 in Okinawa, Japan. He and his Afghan partners must be careful out here. This whole area is littered with Taliban forces prowling around, waiting for their next chance to pounce.
I remember him. That guy just walked by on the bike. Previously, he's worked for the Taliban, but he talked with Ahmadzai, which is another commander, ANA company commander, and he switches back and forth. Right now, he's helping coalition, but we'll see how long he's on our side.
Trust is a valuable commodity out here. The Marines must build on it not only with their Afghan military partners, but with the Afghan community as well. This trust leads to much stronger relationships, which, in this case, leads to valuable information.
There's an IED-initiated ambush by Najat over by Najat's house.
It's time to hit the road. No, to the fields. Staff Sergeant Carlos Aguilar is headed to the Wadi, basically a dry riverbed. Walking is tough in this terrain. Aggie is a supply clerk by trade. He also volunteered to come out here even though he and his wife were expecting. His wife was 8 months pregnant at the time of this patrol. He knows it's a dangerous job, but it's showtime. A rocket-propelled grenade sails over our heads.
First Sergeant!
After assessing the situation, Aggie quickly makes his way to the Afghani unit's first sergeant.
This is a big problem here. Yeah. Ambush here. Other side ambush. There's three ambushes. Ambush here. One ambush.
Gunfire rains from both flanks.
Make sure they know we're here.
A push into the direction of the enemy would lead us directly into friendly fire. Aggie pushes the first sergeant to do something.
Are we gonna maneuver on them? Copy smoke?
Finally, we push in, but no one is home. The area is riddled with battle scars. The gunfire has stopped, but the war moves on.
We pushed probably the Taliban most likely exfilled over the ridge to the south. That's their normal exfil route. And we got to figure out a way to box them in because every time they escape either to the east or to the south. And they usually hit and run. They don't stick and fight for very long. So that's what happened today.
Aggie would have plenty more days like this. Fortunately, he was able to slip away from the war front for a brief period to get back home just in the nick of time, rushing from the airport to the hospital in a taxi to see the birth of his son, Nathaniel. Lieutenant Madrazo also went on to many more days like this one, but he would go on to make the ultimate sacrifice. Just 1 month after this was filmed, he and 2 other service members died when an IED hit their Humvee. He was laid to rest in Arlington National Cemetery. But his spirit and many others fight on, and the thousands of Marines still pushing on. They, along with the multiple embedded training teams, both U.S. and coalition, continue to stand side by side with the Afghans. Reporting for the Defense Media Activity, Gunnery Sergeant Stephen Williams.